Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're watching a video about a guy whose girlfriend is an adult baby. We always watch these weird videos, so let's get into it.
But while Deja was researching BDSM for Dom, she realised she had a kink of her own.
Like I suspected, 10 seconds into the video and it's about BDSM. I'm telling you, adult babies are all this stuff like comes around to do the same thing. Also you guys, I've still got COVID. My eyes will probably water in this video and this video will make me cringe.
He used to call me a brat. That was something he would say, I know what you are, you're a brat.
Oh my god, imagine getting called that. Thinking about it now, I got called that all the time in school. If you're literally like a really annoying child, you will get called a brat. Oh my god, maybe it's like a kinky thing.
I googled brat, like what bratting is. I was like, I like all this stuff.
Okay, that boyfriend looks like the type of boyfriend he'd be into stuff like that. This kind of looks like a wannabe gangster. I don't know why, but it's like I can just tell in the back of my head what type of a boyfriend it is and what they look like. You know, if couples like that, I try my best not to judge, but it's really hard not to judge them.
And he's like, well, I've never done that before. We could try it. And I was like, yes.
Okay, so apparently now she's an adult baby. Yet again, this has to do with like kinky stuff. I don't know how to feel about it. Like, obviously I understand why they do it. You know, they're adults, they can do it if they want to. But it's like they are basically pretending to be a child for like pleasure. Something about that to me doesn't seem right.
I named this one after my daddy.
Daddy loves you, princess.
Oh my god, right, we're into it, oh god. You guys, I'm literally recovering from COVID, and I do this to myself. I torture myself watching these videos. Why'd I actually make myself watch these videos? Like, that's a good question that I don't know the answer to, and I don't know why I watch these videos. I mean, it's just people being people, isn't it?
Deja likes to behave and be treated like a child, or what's called a little.
I'm not joking, but if my partner done that, I actually would punch him. I'm not even taking the mickey. I mean, most children irritate me, so if my partner started acting like one, I'd be like, I'm sorry, this is the end of our relationship.
Little space is basically when you kind of like age regress.
No, basically, it's not that. It's whenever you act like a child because your partner likes it. Yet again, this is the sketchy stuff that people are into. If they had like a traumatic childhood where like they were extremely abused, then I can understand why they act like a child, like they're an adult baby, didn't really have much of a childhood. However, in this case, this person's doing it because their partner likes it and they also like it.
It's like carefree. You just basically play.
Yeah, you do. You end up playing with something else. Your partner's willy. Oh my god, I can't believe I'm watching this. What did the comments say? I respect her, but let's not pretend it's part of her. Yeah, exactly. Like, I'm fine with it. They're a consenting couple. They can do whatever they want. It's like, I don't know how to feel about it. Obviously, I understand it, but then I also don't because, like, they are pretending to be a child. And, like, they obviously do that for a specific reason. But, I mean, they are consenting adults, so I guess I can't really say much, can I?
In that instance, like, I really don't have any, like, responsibility in that moment.
Okay, I don't really know what she's saying. Basically, she just is acting like a child. Like, this is genuine, just like child play. We've watched videos before, people doing puppy play and like horse play. This is child play, and this seems illegal.
I don't have to worry about, what if that bill is due tomorrow? Or I wonder, if I left the stove on. It's basically a headspace that you go in, and it's kind of like a de-stress.
Okay, so apparently it's like a de-stress. I mean, I'm gonna be completely honest. If I was doing stuff like that, I'd be stressed. An adult is taking care of another adult, but that adult is acting like a child. I mean, if it was like an actual child, then like, yeah, it's a child, that's what children do, but this is an adult, so it's like they do have bills to pay. Just in that mindset and that moment of them pretending to be a child, they don't have stuff to do.
So Dom has found himself taking on the role of daddy.
Kind of like a learning curve for me.
I mean, he obviously loves her, and like, that's a big thing to do. Like, it doesn't seem easy. I'm gonna assume that this could be practiced for them if they have children in the future. I mean, they basically are taking care of a child. What happens if they have a child and then, like, the adult baby gets jealous of the actual child? Okay, I don't know if you can hear that, but my mum started hoovering. Is she taking the piss?
The little space is more of the needy side. I need you to take care of me. I need you to comfort me. I need to know that you're here to make sure that I'm okay and such like.
Okay, so now that you said that, I kind of understand it a bit better. I'm still a bit iffy with it. Basically, it's just like taking care of somebody like a child, basically. I mean, like, I understand that, but like, is this a 24/7 thing? Is this a thing that goes on all the time? I'm gonna be completely honest, like, I'd get sick of it. But I mean, he seems like a good boyfriend. Like, he's very much taking good care of her.
I just lost my straw.
I take this one.
Pinky.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie, if someone said that to me, I probably would turn around and slap them. I feel like kids nowadays are very different. Like, kids nowadays are so much more mature. Nowadays, like, an 8-year-old looks like 40, I'm not even kidding. Like, they literally look like a 40-year-old divorced woman who's got, like, 17 husbands and, like, 17 children. Whenever I was 8, I can't even remember the stuff I'd do. Like, how old was I whenever I was 8? Obviously, I was, like, 8. Like, what was I doing? I was doing gymnastics. I genuinely can't remember that far back.
Frustration is a big part of it, because whenever you're talking to, Deja in Little Space, space. And I mean, like, you have to repeat yourself. You have to make sure that they're paying attention.
Exactly, like they literally do act like a child, so like children don't listen. I remember whenever I was in like secondary school, I used to help out in the primary school the odd time. A child made up a lie about me. Like I remember I told them to do something and they went and told the teacher a lie, a literal lie. Like they made up a lie, and I was looking at them like, why did you just make that up? Kids do that, like they are hard work. So whenever like mums have lots of children and like jobs, I've got a lot of respect for them, because it's hard enough living in this world. It's hard enough having a job. It's even harder taking care of multiple children which probably aren't gonna listen to you.
You have to, hey, did you hear what I said? Tell me what I just said to you. Patience level has to be heightened a bunch.
Exactly, but I mean, like, that's good, like, practice for actual children. Even though, like, it's a bit weird that she's acting like an adult baby, at least what she's doing will help him to see what it's like to have children possibly in the future. I don't know if he has any, I don't know if they want children. But, like, even taking care of the dog, at least now you know, like, you can take care of an adult baby. I'm pretty sure you'll be able to take care of the dog.
For this pair, the daddy-dom, little girl relationship is strictly non-sexual.
Okay, well that's good, even though it is a bit weird. I mean, they did talk about BDSM earlier in the video. It's like one of them things where it's like a lot of them say that it's not got anything like sexual to do with it, but it usually has. Like, it usually has got a thing like that.
In my mind, they're separate things. Like, sex is for adults. It's always for adults. It's not you're not supposed to sexualize, you know, things that are childlike.
I mean, I can understand that, but you're literally like basically doing that as a child. I mean, maybe she is, maybe she isn't. I guess you could look at it in two different ways. Obviously, I'm looking at it from like a way where it's like, oh god, it's a bit weird. But I mean, maybe what they're doing is innocent. I'm just like looking at it in a non-innocent way.
I know that's like a lot of people have a hard time. They start thinking of all these outlandish things like, oh my gosh, you're a pedophile, or oh my god, you're incestual, or like they go on this whole entire rant of like, that's so disgusting.
I mean, yeah, but you also do have to understand why they come from that point of view. Like, they see you acting like a child and like your boyfriend taking care of you, and like, you know, oh, it's hard to explain. So it's kind of like the normal person would look at it and think, yup, that's a bit sus, something here ain't right. I mean, I still do think it is a tiny bit creepy, but as long as you're doing it in like a non-creepy way, I guess it's fine. I mean, it's like one of them things where it's like there is no right answer, there are just opinions.
Now, ours is non-sexual. There are people who do it sexually, but they're doing it with other consenting adults.
I mean, yes, I understand it's consenting adults, but that's not the point of it. It still is about them acting like a child, which is the point that I've got a problem with. If they want to act like a child, they can act like a child. I act like a child all the time. I'm literally a baby, like I'm so immature. But I don't make it a thing that I'm into and then like bring adult situations into it. I'm trying to word it in the best way possible, and I know my mom's probably listening to me.
And if that's their cup of tea, to each their own, it's not ours.
I mean, yeah, I understand that, but also it is still kind of sketchy. You know, it is pushing the button, it is pushing the line and things that you should and shouldn't do. And I've got a feeling they're tiptoeing into the shouldn't section.
So for little girl Deja to get what she wants, there are certain rules she's expected to follow.
Okay, so what is she doing? And can we just talk about something? You know how they said their thing isn't sexual? What is this? I heart Dom. Dominant is the man. So they basically just said the complete opposite of what they originally said. It does have to do with sexual things.
One of my rules is I have to have eye contact when he's talking to me, because if I don't, then he doesn't know that I'm paying attention or listening. Another rule I have is I check in every 2 hours when we're apart.
Checking in every 2 hours, I'm telling you right now, if that was a child, it would have been dead. Even if you leave a child on their own for like a minute or two, they could be dead. Children do crazy things. Like, I'm telling you right now, children are genuinely stupid. No offense to children out there, but the majority of you guys are dumb. Like, they keep trying to put stuff up their nose like crayons and stuff. I hope she ain't doing that.
My other rule is I can't say the F word.
I remember whenever I was younger, I said the F word and my dad was genuinely going to beat the life out of me. To be honest, I was taught it. Thinking about it now, the person who taught it, I'm actually going to look them up on Facebook soon. It's quite crazy how the people you went to primary school with and like nursery with, you probably haven't spoken to in years unless you're like friends with them now. Like, I was literally sat in a class in like 2008 with like a bunch of other 4-year-olds.
Oh, yes, and the last rule I have is I'm supposed to call him Daddy. His name is Daddy at all times.
So yeah, it is sketchy. This is where you're pushing it into the sketchy thing. It's like, I don't know how to feel about it. Obviously, like, they can do their own thing. They're adults, like they said, they're consenting adults. It's like there just are some things that you don't do and that you shouldn't do and like dabble into. Oh my god, COVID's still in the back of my throat. And I feel like they're like starting to dabble into that stuff.
But when Deja misbehaves, Dom, the Dom, parcels out her punishments.
Oh god, what are her punishments gonna be? I've got a feeling she's about to get whipped. Does he like beat her? Like, I know some kids get smacked. I hope she doesn't get smacked.
I have to do lines when when I break a rule or I get in trouble.
Oh my god, by the looks of it, she's done a lot of lines, so she must be a very bad child. Not to be like that type of person, but I was actually a really good child. I just didn't stop speaking. Like, I didn't really do drugs or get into trouble. My main issue was just I would constantly speak and not listen. So like, thinking about it now, I actually was an amazing child.
The first thing that I had to write lines for, I had to write like 66 times because I was neglecting to call him daddy.
Oh god, bit sketchy. I mean, writing something 66 times as a child is a lot. Like, I can't even write now. I'm so used to typing that I literally forgot how to write. I had to write, I think, a birthday card a while ago, and my writing looked atrocious. Like, it actually looked awful.
When I have to write lines, is like the worst punishment. I will always call daddy by his name, which is daddy, which is a very long sentence.
And it also sounds sketchy. I mean, like, if it was like an actual child and father, like, it's a normal thing. But it's the way that they, like, use it. It's the context that makes it weird.
She's been given permission to have a friend over who is also little for a slumber party.
Oh my god, an adult baby meets an adult baby. Okay, so if she's an adult baby all the time, she doesn't have a job, what does the dad do? Like, the dad can't be going out and leaving his daughter at home all day long because the baby will die.
Dom's come full circle from tying up and spanking her.
What did she just say? Oh my gosh. No. No. Okay, anyways, that was the end of that video. I'm low-key kind of happy that it's over. I don't know how to feel about it. Do I agree with it? No. Do I kind of understand it? Yes. I understand it and I'm fine with it as long as it's not meant in like a weird way, which in their case is not happening because they are being weird. Anyways, guys, that is the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, press the big red subscribe button, and yes, I'll see you all in my next video.